visit a cousin who is in rehab after having several surgeries a few weeks ago. And the rehab itself seems nice. I mean, the staff is really nice, most of them. And I'm really impressed by the therapy department because they're working really hard to help my cousin get stronger. And but I don't care if it's a nursing home or a rehab facility. I don't care how old you are, if you have dementia. Everyone deserves privacy, dignity, respect. If you work in a facility like that, even in a hospital, and the patient needs assistance with changing, and it requires them to be, at least partially disrobed, provide privacy for that patient. Don't leave doors wide open. My cousin is needing extra assistance right now, and her mind is all there. She is, mentally intact, so she knows exactly what's going on, and it is not right that they go in her room, they get her ready for bed, put some clean pants on her, with the door wide open where anybody can see her. She deserves privacy and respect too. Now, protect her dignity. But this is an issue because I have been in other places like that and have seen things that I wish I hadn't seen, that violated somebody's privacy. And I know these places are understaffed. Many of them are. And a lot of the workers, they have some heavy work, but it does not take a lot of effort to protect somebody's privacy and dignity. Pull a curtain around, or close the door, but please protect everyone's privacy that you come across if you work in one of these places. And for people who have family members in a facility like this, please monitor the situation and speak up. Years ago, I probably would not have spoken up, and I probably would have just done what I could do while I'm there because I was just too afraid to speak up. But the last couple of years, I've really found my voice, and I have no problem speaking up now. I don't care if I'm looked at as mean or rude or whatever. But when it comes to people who are important to me, people I love, and anybody really, we need to respect them. We need to provide dignity and privacy. So anyway, and I forgot another example of violating somebody's dignity. So a year and a half ago, my cousin was in another rehab after fracturing her leg. And one day I was visiting her, and it was time for her to go to therapy, so I wheeled her down to the therapy center. And I wheeled her in, and the other patients were kind of in a semicircle, and it was all other males. My cousin was the only female in there. No big deal. The therapist is in there, and the room had windows that anybody could look in. So I wasn't worried about that. But one of the patients was sitting in a wheelchair with no bottoms on, only a diaper and a shirt. It still bothers me to this day. I was so aghast and maybe a little bit shocked that they would send him to therapy like that. And when I asked my cousin later about it, it bothered her too. I mean, wants to go to a group physical therapy when with somebody who's sitting in a wheelchair with a diaper on? I don't know what the situation was with that man, but his dignity and his privacy were definitely violated. And looking back, I should have made a complaint about that. And if this guy did not want to participate in therapy, then send him back to his room. Don't send him to therapy in a diaper and a shirt. So anyway, that's just another example of some of the things I've seen that goes on in these places, and it's just wrong, absolutely wrong. So next time I see something like that, I'm definitely putting in a complaint, because I have an advocate heart, and it just bothers me that so many people with disabilities and dementia, people who live in these places are not treated with utmost respect and compassion. And like I said before, I know a lot of these places are understaffed, and staff is often worked hard to keep up with patient needs, but dignity and respect really should be priority. So anyway, that is it for that topic.